Hey guys, it's EV, the Gandalf of Goalkeeping, coming at you again from Inglewood, Colorado on a beautiful spring afternoon. And when you get good weather, you think about goalkeeper training. And one of the questions that our producer, Felix Ortiz, has gotten from you and wanted me to address today is, EV, what do I need to do to make sure that I'm doing the best that I can if I'm training on turf? Okay? As a goalkeeper coach, I will tell you, I want my goalkeepers who are training on turf in long gear. Okay, doesn't mean you have to show up in long gear with all the long pants and the long sleeve shirts and everything to train on turf. But what I do with my club up in Ohio, we always train on turf because that's the facility that we have. We warm up doing our throwing and our catching and our serving in our shorts and tees. We stretch. Then when it's time to begin goalkeeper training in earnest and we're going to the ground, I make the kids put on long gear. The reason for that is twofold. Okay, turf will tear you up a little bit more than grass will if you're working repetitively on it. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure that we avoid the bumps and bruises. I'm trying to make sure that we avoid the abrasions on the skin. Number one. Number two, as you may be aware, there has been some concern about the carcinogenic issues regarding rubber tire crumb in turf. Now, I think, and they're doing studies on this, and we don't know what will happen, but I believe that if you're training in long gear, you're drastically cutting down any possibility of picking up cancer or anything like that. So I always make sure my goalkeepers are training in long gear, and I always make sure that when we're training, I make sure we stop and give them plenty of the opportunity to hydrate themselves. And remember, when you're training on turf, turf, the ball is always true, right? It's always great, okay? But if you're training on turf and then playing on grass, you have to take into consideration that maybe the field you're playing on, if it's a grass field, is not quite as level as the field that you train on for turf. So you have to be aware. The ball may come a little bit slower, it may bounce, it may swerve differently, it may die in a low area that's full of water, so you have to make sure that you take that into account when you're playing in goal. But if you're training on turf, please, please, please always wear long gear when you're actually going to ground.